Proverbs 5 continues Solomon's instruction to his son, warning him about the dangers of adultery and immoral living. In ancient Israel, sexual purity and moral integrity were highly valued, and maintaining sexual morality was considered essential for a right relationship with God. This period saw Israel living under the reign of Solomon, who was both a wise and prosperous king. However, even in his wisdom, Solomon witnessed the spiritual decline of his people, and this chapter serves as a serious warning against the destructive nature of adultery. In ancient Israelite society, breaking marital bonds was viewed as a serious sin, deeply affecting the individual and the community. Unfaithful relationships were seen as having devastating effects on society. During this time, immoral women often sought to lead young men astray, causing their lives to be destroyed. Solomon, based on his life experiences, shares this wisdom with his son, urging him to avoid such temptations. The chapter warns not only about the sin of adultery, but also the deep spiritual, mental, and social consequences that follow. My son, pay attention to my wisdom, listen well to my words of insight, that you may maintain discretion and your lips may preserve knowledge. Proverbs 5 warns against the temptations of adultery and describes the destructive consequences that follow such actions. Sexual purity is not only a matter of physical integrity, but also involves the purity of mind and soul. God commands us to maintain sexual purity, as it is the key to having a right relationship with Him. Solomon advises his son to avoid the path of the wicked woman, explaining how her ways can utterly ruin a person's life. While her path might seem pleasurable for a moment, it ultimately leads to destruction. Adultery and immoral relationships may appear to offer temporary pleasure, but they bring long-lasting harm and ruin. Maintaining sexual purity is not only about preserving physical integrity, but also protecting one's emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Solomon warns that the seductive path of the immoral woman may seem sweet at first, but the outcome is bitter and full of sorrow. This highlights the reality that, no matter how strong the temptation, the aftermath is filled with pain and devastation. We must remember the hidden consequences of such temptations and avoid them at all costs. Furthermore, this chapter also teaches how to avoid such temptations by pursuing wisdom and understanding. God's wisdom protects us from falling into these traps and helps us make godly decisions. When we seek and follow God's wisdom, we are kept from destructive paths and guided toward life.